Sasco's Valley Vibe. Hi, I'm Debbie. Winning DJ heads to the hills. His rustic retreat taking shape. And he's very grateful.
Sasco in St. Mary, his slice of it anyway. The DJ developing a picturesque property nestled in verdant hill country with a river running through it. Called Mulberry Valley Estate, one of the fruits of 25 years as a top flight DJ, but gratitude very evident. How did you find this place?
Or how did it find me? I consider this, as we say in the new song, Jah Give Me Everything. This is seriously a gift. Literally the voice of God sent me on that. Like, I wake up one morning and a voice from here only for the second time in my life said, go online and continue your search. Because I was searching the night before. This was in the midst of COVID. I was looking for something just to expand my backyard to kitchen vibe. And when I saw this piece here, it was a cow pen at the time. There was no vehicular access. It was, really in the rough. But when I saw this piece next to the river, it was, argument done.
3 years later, access still, let's say, challenging. But he's on track to complete the first phase in April of next year.
And then these units will be what we pursue next. We got our residential units, if you will. And we're not doing a common pool anymore. We're going with individual pools for everyone, so that's the floor plan there.
Most people have a place in the country outside of Kingston and they're thinking, a beach. This is not that.
No, well, it isn't, and I
this
think
is in the bush.
But that's the biggest appeal, right? It's, one of the things I love about here in the valley is that it can be any day and you would never know. The birds do the same thing that they do every day. The river runs just the same. There's no difference in terms of what you hear, because you don't ever hear traffic noise to tell, well, there's less traffic or whatever. So it truly is an escape.
For events like weddings and corporate retreats in an idyllic setting and very private.
At the moment, we're looking at a max of maybe 150 people. So any event that can fit within that. And of course, any event that will appreciate and respect what it is that we're offering.
You have to want to get here though. It's a bit of a trek. That road is not exactly inviting.
Well, and guess what? I consider it a part of the experience actually. And that's not some marketing spiel, right? Because of just how removed we are from the everyday runnings of life. I think it's a part of the experience to make actually a transition. That transition is what earns us this kind of privacy.
We are the road face, our style them are the top face and the girls. We have the no face and our girl them are the...
A very public gig, grateful Sasco's own promotion, set for December 29th at the UWI Bowl.
That's actually my mother's birthday. I won't go into exactly what led me to finally deciding to do it this year. Oh, so by the way, it's a personal reason, and I'm not ready to make such announcements/pronouncements.
What do you have to be grateful for looking back over the 25 years?
Everything. So I'm most grateful for now. So even now the song when it's a winning right now, that is embracing right now, whatever that now is, right? So I'm grateful for right now, and therefore I'm grateful for everything that led me to right now, which is not just the last 25 years, but the last 42 years. I'll be 42 on the 22nd of December.
I'm on the sun. Oh, we're winning right now.
It's not some kind of, let's name the show this because we have a song name. So no, it truly is celebrating gratitude and inviting others to really dive into what it means to truly be grateful. I mean, it has been a very powerful thing in my life, So I really want to share and celebrate that.
How do you think you come across the people? What kind of DJ did you want to be?
I used to go by the name Assassin, man. Even though I never went all the way. So for example, I literally looked myself in the mirror before my career started. I was 16 and a half, 17, and I literally looked myself in the mirror and said, please always recognize yourself. let's just say I've seen what has happened to people who were at the pinnacle of the industry. Come on, you name it, right? You see them this way and then 10 years pass and them look a total different way. So that's why I still have no piercings, no tattoos, still why I've never smoked anything in my life, that sort of thing. It's to always, you know, recognize myself.
Bring the next man. I'm about to send my haters a cat.
Back in the assassin days, did you get to a point where you said, no more, I have to move in a different direction?
So it wasn't one thing, it was a series of events and a prolonged depression that I did not identify at the time as being a depression. It was, you know, I'm moody. You know, I used to think that, yeah, it's fine, you're in a bad mood. Well, if you're in a bad mood for 4 years straight, then, you know, something's up. On my 30th birthday, actually, I declared that that was the worst day of my life because I just figured, boy, I don't want to feel worse than this. And then it took another 2 years to really emerge from that.
And I'm chilling right now.
Being a fan of the music from as early as I can remember, one of the things that used to truly hurt me was just the perception of the music itself and the practitioners and just what it meant to say anything about dancehall and reggae. And I really deliberately wanted to represent myself in a way that will represent the music well. What I wanted to do was just, you know, to really show that it, you know, it doesn't have to be that way, how it is perceived.
That perception largely remains of dancehall?
I would have to say, but you know, at the same time, we are in a different time, and people tell me quite often that, boy, you know, they can see and appreciate the fact that my representation is very different. The idea that dancehall is somehow contrary to having sense, I disagree 100%. It's not just about me and artists and sound man. It's about the entire culture, and it's about Jamaica and our product and how we present ourselves to the world.
Every DJ looks forward to that next big hit.
Here's the thing, right? If we knew what it was, we'll all go and find it and then argument done, right? So there's a freedom that you need to have to just pursue it and allow it to be. That being said, me and Lila go into the studio and we make a song named Jaggy Me Everything, and by all accounts, it seems to be the next big hit.
And have you set a kind of date where I don't want to be doing this anymore? Or do you imagine that you're going to be on this trajectory?
That's why you name telling me that. No, there's no set date for anything like that. Right now, we're just a flow like the river. Even as I look forward in terms of what my contribution is going to be in music, it doesn't necessarily have to be going behind a microphone and singing, you know, myself, but producing and writing for others and, you know, helping to develop other talents and things like that. So yeah, we just a flow and see where the flow goes.
And back to this thing about being grateful, I guess just being able to head off into the bush, see a nice plot of land, and you see the potential, you see what you can do with it, and you can plop down some cash on the table and buy it. That's a lot to be grateful for.
Amen. Amen.